Good morning, YouTube Nation. This is Dr. Brandon 4, aka For Your Success. You are in the Inyo National Forest doing something special today. What are we doing, Meltzer?
Boundary, baby.
We are doing Boundary Peak, the tallest peak in Nevada, technically, because Montgomery Peak is right next to it, which is what, maybe a half mile from it, which is like 400 foot taller, but Boundary's the tallest, so here we are. All right. Hiking towards the saddle, right down there is my car. And down there is where we started. Obviously the car started. But incredible views. The mountains out in the distance. Oh no, not Rockies now. Oh no, those are the Sierras. Let me hike to the saddle and show you the view. All right, so this is the saddle, no Boundary Peak yet. Meltzer's the man. He's not even stopping.
I want that Oscar.
He wants Best Supporting Actor. Who blames him? All right, we're heading up this, they say scree slope, looks like a road to me. I ain't too worried about it. How we doing, bud?
Doing good. I got my octo pants and my penna boots and I'm ready.
Meltzer's the man. So the other hike starts way down there. Do you see that lake? That's the other trailhead. That's where Meltzer and I, ironically not together, but we both have summited Boundary before, and that's where you start. And you're thinking, wow, that's really low. Wait till you see the scree slope from hell. Reaching this first crest for your glorious view of Boundary Peak. Boundary's in the Inyo forest, and at this elevation, lots of bristlecone. I talked a lot about bristlecone pine in the beautiful area of Great Basin National Park. Looking good. There she is in her glory. Boundary Peak. Meltzer, are we ready to tackle it?
More or less.
Yeah, one step at a time, right?
Right.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the infamous scree slopes. Last time I hiked this from that ridge right there, I went down that scree slope. I want to let you know, it was not fun. And you can actually see the trail down there, and then it dissipates as you take the scree slope. We are taking a much more fun route. How awesome is that? Is that a horse? No, it's just Meltzer. Hey, Meltzer, you got an apple?
I do.
Go down there and feed one.
On my way.
This is why you don't feed wild horses. Do you think they're talking of which one's getting the woman? Do you see the rest of the herd walking away?
I don't know him. I'm not with them.
Okay, I think they solved their problems. Maybe not. Onward we go. Horses keep walking with us. You're not allowed to crash this hike. You didn't schedule for it. Trail's flat for a while, and then the fun begins. Meltzer, what does Aerosmith have in common with this
way?
Yeah. We're back in the saddle again.
There you go. That was right in front of my face.
And of all the people, there are two people here that technically work here. That you're paid.
This is our office.
You're not paid to hike here, though.
Tiny bit. We have a food stipend. A little tiny bit. We have a food stipend. I don't have to buy a tent or fuel. Yes. So. Oh God. Or food.
Are you summiting today?
No, that was last week.
Okay.
We're trying to get GPS tracks of the descent trail, so.
They have counted how many people hike this trail a day in the summer, and what is your biggest number?
8. 9. I think it's 8. I don't know where you got 9. Jeff said that.
There's a battle.
I think it's 8.
8/9 human beings at the most have summited this peak a day. That's why you need to come to Boundary, because no one's here. You can see Steve coming up the trail. You can see the trail that we came across on, came down. All right, first crest from the saddle below.
Yeah.
Meltzer's down there cranking it out. So is the forestry department?
Forest Service intern.
Forest Service intern, Angela, cranking it out down there. She passed Meltzer. I won't tell him.
I think he probably knows.
He probably does know. So walk across this ridge, and then that's where the trail connects between the scree slope from hell and then to the summit. Okay, so we've been discussing what 14er that is. Ritter or Banner?
That's what I think.
Okay.
More close to Mammoth than close to Lone Pine.
Yeah. Seriously, we could not have picked
a better day.
Oh my God, it's incredible today.
It's
So beautiful, and hardly any wind. Unlike every 14er in Colorado I've done. Wind, wind, wind. So.
Well, the other 3 times we've come, it's been terrible wind.
Come on, Meltzer, get your ass up here. Steve, describe the scree route in one word.
The scree route. Oh, that's a mother.
I believe the one word is mother. So you start down there and you literally come up this. Look at that. We've done it before. Smile.
Gotcha.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
We are on our way to the summit. Still pretty steep. Just want to point out my view to the right. My view to the left. Not many peaks you can say you can do that. But the best view is behind.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
Think Boundary's easy? Not so much. A little bit of scrambling. The depth looks quite impressive. Steve looks like he's a boss. But it's not too steep. It's a light class 3, I'd say. Both Steve and I have done a lot of scrambling in our lives. It's much better to do it with somebody else. We're doing well. This just gives you a perspective of the steepness. Look at that. So close to the summit now. Be there shortly. View from the other side. That's White Mountain over there. And just incredible panoramic views as Steve and I scramble up this beast. Make no mistake, Boundary is not easy. Ladies and gentlemen, the tallest peak in the state of Nevada, Boundary Peak, 13,140. And you can tell it's Boundary because there's a peak that's taller, a mile away, Mount Montgomery. But that's in California, and who cares? Because it ain't the tallest in California, and it's a 13er. Out there in the distance, Mount Whitney, ladies and gentlemen, where I am going next after this hike. Back to back to back. Boundary, Whitney, Half Dome. And remember, I did Wheeler in Great Basin as well. Boundary Peak! I did it 3 years ago, and nothing's changed. It's still an amazing hike. It is still tough. It's difficult to get there, but the views are worth it, and we could not have asked for a better day. Oh my goodness. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. It's incredible here. Man. And I think the next couple of days is supposed to be like this when I do Whitney and Half Dome. And on my way to Half Dome, I'm doing Clouds Rest. Oof! It's going to be awesome. Don't worry, Meltzer will be here. His iconic summation of this peak. He's tried summiting it a couple of times and hasn't made it to the top. Hey, sometimes you just can't make it. It's hard. These hikes are brutal. And if you make it, you should reward yourself. So hopefully Meltzer's on his way and he'll be here shortly. Once again, Boundary Peak, 13,140 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, Meltzer, Boundary Peak.
5 hours, 34 minutes.
What a beast! Meltzer, the top of Nevada.
Oh, flag.
I think Meltzer needs a beer. Fortunately, we don't have any because he probably would fall asleep on top of the mountain. He has made it, ladies and gentlemen. What's your thoughts of being up here?
So hard. So hard.
It is hard. This hike is tough, which is why probably less than 300 people do it over the summer. Okay, so this view is incredible, and I want to point out this mountain. That's Montgomery Peak. And yes, it's taller, but it's in California. The California state line is about right there, 300 yards. So Boundary, the base of this mountain, is still in California, but the summit is in Nevada. I have no explanation for that other than they call Boundary the tallest peak. Wheeler is the tallest standalone peak. You know, I gotta tell you, I summited this mountain in 2011, and since then I've wanted to come back, and I think you can see why. It's just such an incredible mountain to hike because of the views. It's extraordinary. You could not ask for a better weather day. So we've been on the summit probably a lot longer than I normally would be. We've been on for about 40 minutes, and got my collar up to protect me from the sun, getting ready to head back down. And it is just gorgeous today. There's hardly any wind and not a cloud in the sky except for a few over there, but man. All right, coming down from Boundary. Some of the more technical aspects of the routes coming up. But doing great. Meltzer wrecked it.
Oh, crushed it. Boundary never knew what hit it.
One last view of the route. It's hard to see because it's no trail. I mean, literally just kind of scrambling your way up. Ain't easy, baby.
No trail, that equals real hiking.
Yeah. To those who think that trail isn't real hiking,
We salute you.
no, you need to bow to us.
Yeah, but you know who we are? Badass Mama Jammas.
All right. Heading straight down, taking the trail. That's where we saw the horses. And way over there you see a little bit of a road. That's where I parked the car. That's where we're going. Where is Meltzer? If you guessed. Right there, you're a winner! Beautiful hike finishing up. Steve, how we feeling?
Aces, baby. Aces.
And we have crossed the ridge. And there is Steve's salvation, my car. We're back. Back to the car. Finally down from the saddle. Long walk. I didn't park at Queen Mine, and if we did, we'd still probably be walking. Anything to say, Steve?
Why's it gotta be so long?
Yeah, we're done. A little longer than what we wanted to today, but that's what you do to help your friends summit. So, mission accomplished. Wheeler done, Boundary done. Whitney and Half Dome back to back, you're next. Subscribers, thanks for watching. Share the video with your friends, I appreciate it. We got about a 6.5 mile drive to Highway 6, which means that there's still nothing there. So when you're watching this, we'll still be driving. Thanks for everything. Take care.